Generic greetings and welcome to Preview Plus Convoy. This is billed as a squad-based tactical combat roguelike with inspiration from Mad Max and FTL. So immediately this thing got my attention. The story goes that you're on board the Mercury spaceship, that thing in the background there, the one with the smoke pouring out the back of it and the sparks and such, and it hits an asteroid field or ion storm or runs out of baked potatoes or whatever, and you have to land on this planet. However, this planet is a little bit rough around the edges. It's post-apocalyptic, it's Mad Max, it is Fallout, it is actually a bit Blade Runner by the look of them buildings in the background, the weird sort of pyramid thing with the Japanese, or is it Chinese? I think it's Chinese writing, I don't know either way, I can't read it, but your objective is to scour the desert and the wrecked cities and such, looking for parts for the ship and hopefully repair the thing. So, I've played about 2.5 hours of the game so far, so certainly first impressions, not a review and all that. It's, you know, the typical thing, it is a preview after all, but I thought I would show you a little bit of it. So we're going to go to new game and we will jump straight in. So we need to select first our MCV, which is Mobile Command Vehicle, or if you're playing Command & Conquer, Mobile Construction Vehicle, which I always get mixed up. We also need to select our, I guess, escort vehicles, you could call them, Unit 1 and Unit 2. You can see on the left hand side we can select different escort vehicles. However, you need to do certain objectives and get achievements and such to actually unlock these. Not achievements, that's the wrong term, or it implies that you need to get like 5,000 bear kills or whatever. You don't. You need to like defeat bosses or whatnot, or get certain milestones done to get them unlocked. Same for the MCV, you can unlock different ones. As I've only played about 2 and a bit hours, as I said, I just haven't unlocked any of them. I've also not completed the game or won it yet, so yeah, there's that. I've got 75 fuel and 100 scrap stroke parts, whatever they are called. You use that to buy fuel and buy different upgrades for your vehicles. I think we'll keep it on easy and we'll go to start game. So, when you first load it up, I say, welcome to Convoy, we're going to click continue, and it goes, after enduring an ion storm. Well, it's an ion storm, not baked potato shortage. Right, I'm going to say, I know, onwards to Omec Prime, I know I don't need any tutorials. So, you can see we start in the center of the map, we've got our spaceship there, landed there, and this map here is sort of randomly generated. As far as I'm aware, the actual topography of the map and the roads and such does not change, okay? But the faction placement does. There's 3 factions in the game, Raiders, Torvak and Privateers. You can see there's a key on there, and then how strong they are in each individual hex is noted there, and you can see there's a key there. So if it's say bright red, you know that there's a strong Raiders influence there. If it's just a weak sort of green, you know there's actually a weak Privateers sort of influence in there. And when you're driving through it, you can encounter them and they might try and shoot you, or you can have a little chat or whatever. Either way, that is all randomly generated when you start your games. Also, you will find like different signals and points of interest, which will be randomly generated as well. Top left, we've got the name Red Dog 1, which is one of the vehicles in my convoys, and we've got the Orange Worm. Again, you can see it's HP and AP, HP health points, AP armor points. We've got our Small Monkey, which is our mobile command vehicle. If that dies, it is game over. And to be fair, if these 2 die, it's pretty much game over as well, because the mobile command vehicle, as default, standard, it just can't shoot anything. It's only got a little ion cannon sort of thing, so it can't shoot anything. Anyway, our main objective is to get a blue R998X chip, a flux capacitor, great Scott, multi-cellulose infused ethanol, and sonic screws. Now, one thing this game has over everything else is references, right? References. There are references for Back to the Future, Mad Max, Star Trek. I mean, come on. You can get, one of the objectives is get self-sealing stem bolts, so it's just, yeah, okay, we'll get onto Quark and see if you can order them down from Ferengi HQ and all of that. Anyway, so we need to click on each one and see where they are. So that's distance 195 kilometers or kilometers, whatever. And you can actually see there's a bit of blurb telling you what it is. So I'm just going to click on each one and see which is the closest. And it looks like it is the sonic screws. So we're going to get some sonic screws. So distance 156 km. The Torvak has numerous production facilities on Omec Prime, which I believe is this planet here. Presumably one of those produces sonic screws. More information could be obtained by finding one of their intelligence hubs. So I think we're going to go for that. So we'll click on it, then we get a little arrow showing where we need to go. So it's into the blue sector, which you obviously might imagine because that's the Torvak bit anyway. So let's continue on. This will change as well as you keep playing, depending on what you do, and as time goes on, it will alter, and you know, they might increase in faction size or whatever. Right, let's have a bit of a head down the road. You want to stick to the roads where possible because you go faster and use less fuel as far as I'm aware. You certainly go faster, as you can see when I'm coming off here, it goes really slow, but then you go on the roads and it's all good. So, these yellow bits here, these are sort of signals, points of interest, something noteworthy that you might want to head towards. So I'm going to do that, I'm just going to head towards it and see what we can find. So, you drive past a Torvac Corporation checkpoint, they attempt to radio you, so I can either open radio channels, I go, I don't want to deal with that, attack, or ignore them and keep driving. So I'm going to open radio channels. We greet you, we need you to transport a mil-spec ED209 for us, we will pay well. Okay, very well. Actually, no, what is mil-spec? We don't think it's important for you to know. We wish to know if you are interested or not. Alright, yeah, fine. Small Torvac vehicle delivers a cargo crate to your convoy. We are pleased, we will supply you with appropriate coordinates. We will reward you upon successful delivery. Will do, okay. As you leave the Torvac checkpoint behind you, one of your engineers seeks you out. Excuse me, sir, but I was thinking, perhaps we shouldn't deliver this Torvac mil-spec thing. We could try selling it on the black market, or I could have a look at it myself, see if I can figure out if it's worth something. Ooh, interesting. It might be worth something. So, I've done this a couple of times, and one of the times I actually said I was going to... No, I didn't. I've never sold it. I've also never delivered it. I tried to have a look at it. The first time I looked at it, I got some nice parts out of it. The second time, it started attacking everything and wrecking it, but I'm going to have a look at it. Your engineer opens up the mil-spec cargo. It appears to be some sort of humanoid robotic figure. He starts tinkering with it. Okay, cross my fingers. Your engineer accidentally powers up the mil-spec. I'm now authorized to use physical force. It starts firing at your vehicles. Oh, crap. One of the vehicles got hit by the rogue robot. We'll attempt to shut it down. Your engineers try to shut down the robot, fires into the shot at your vehicles. It doesn't show any signs of stopping. Keep trying! After another successful hit, your engineers finally manage to shut the robot down. Deeming unsafe to try anything else, your engineer decides to trash it for parts. We've recovered 80 scrap and 13 fuel. Okay, great. But we have got some damage on our vehicles, so they're not overly great. And also, the Torvac will probably not... They're probably going to be a little bit annoyed that I'm not going to deliver that thing. Anyway, we're going to keep heading down here. Ah, there you go. I've now got another random encounter. You don't just get encounters when you go to the yellow markers. It can be at any point along your path, and obviously if you're in different territories, then that will change the encounters and such. A group of Torvac vehicles approach your convoy, demanding to scan it. I can't let you do that. Failure to comply demands me immediate retribution. Prepare for annihilation. So ready weapons! And I will show you combat. So, we jump into this other mode. You can pause the game at any point by pressing space. Now, in the center is our MCV. If that dies, it is game over. And also, as I said earlier, if these die as well, then it's pretty much game over as well, because by default, this thing can't shoot. We've got health and we've got armor. Certain weapons do more damage to armor than HP. Some weapons do no damage to armor, but low to weapons. So, you know, it's quite important to know what weapons you actually have, although you can't check from this screen. You can see we've also got little markers here. That's the level of vehicle. It represents the size of it. So when you want to ram someone, which you can do, you can only ram something the same size or smaller than you. If, say, for example, a level 3 comes up, you can't ram it. It's just too big. Actually, is that right? I think that's right. Either that, or ramming it, you'll pretty much cause no damage and it'll wreck you, because obviously ramming stuff is not good. Anyway, we're going to unpause it, and then what will happen is that we'll get raiders coming towards us. There we go. So, we're just going to pause it again. Now, we need to select targets, and we can also move these things around. You can't control this vehicle in the center. That will always go down the center straight away. It won't go left or right. It won't deviate. It'll just continue on and 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 on forever until it gets destroyed or runs out of fuel. So, we can click on each one of these vehicles, though, and you can see we've got a green circle all the way around. That denotes its range of shooting, and we can say click there, and then that'll actually order it to drive there, which I'm going to drive it right forward. In fact, I'm going to drive both of these right forward, and then you can see they're going to fly there. So the reason I'm doing that is I want to get this vehicle out, so I'm going to right click on that. You can see we've now set a target and also set a location. So there we go, we're going to head straight towards it, and there we go, we are now shooting away. That is quite good. Shots are whizzing out and whacking into it. I'm going to also use my EMP blaster, which you can see is mounted on the MCV. It does stun duration of 6 seconds, so it fires an EMP blast and collapses shields and stuns the target for a short time. So I'm going to stun it, so there we go, and you can see it is now stunned, so it's not going to be firing away, which is quite good. If they've got shields, which you will encounter vehicles with shields, it's really, really good for that. What I'm going to do is drive forward a little bit, and do we do a bit of ramming? No, we don't need to, because it's dead. Right, we'll pull these back. There we go. We've got a flashing red skull there. That means that there is something there that you do not want to hit. If you hit it, you die. the vehicle you are driving will just explode, so it's not good. You also get ones that are danger, like bits of rubble and such, and obviously you don't want to drive over them, but it is possible you don't just instantly die. So one of the tactics is you can ram, say, a vehicle into that, so I might try and do that. Actually, no, he's pulled in right behind me there. These vehicles are quite slow and such, but you can upgrade your vehicles later on, so I'm going to pull in behind them, and then we'll set their default target as that. So I'm also going to do a bit of ramming. To ram, you literally just double right click, and it will go boom, and then ram it, and as you can see, I cause a bit of damage to myself, and I'm just going to keep ramming here, and we're going to keep ramming it down. I don't know if ramming constantly is a good tactic or not. This guy's going to try and get in. If I block him in, then he's going to just hit the wall like that, so it is a very good tactic to actually block people in and such. You find some loot in the wrecks, 13 fuel, 32 bits of scrap, and we got an item which is a buzzsaw. I'm a bloody Torvak. We can take the loot, and then that's pretty much it. That's our little fight. You can see we've got a bit of damage and such. We need to open the map, and we'll see where we can go. So, I need to head still up there. I don't know whether to head back to repair my convoy or not. Where's our nearest camp? The nearest camp is actually 53 kilometers in this direction I need to go anyway, so we'll head towards that. Let's just have this one. Torvak facility hails your convoy. So I'm just going to, let's hear it. We are conducting experiments to make vehicles more resilient. You wish to experiment on one of your vehicles. Yeah, they're going to shoot us, aren't they? Very well. They install some sort of shield generator on your vehicle and fire randomly weapons. Fire a variety of weapons at it. After some time, the vehicle remains unharmed. We thank you for your cooperation. You may keep the shield generator as a token of our appreciation. Sweet! Thanks, guys. So they're giving me a shield generator. Sweet. Last time I did that, it didn't work, and I'm pretty sure my vehicle got destroyed. Oh, not destroyed, but damaged. Right, so we're going to keep heading up towards this, where was it? The flux capacitor? No, it was the sonic screws. No, multi-cellulose infused ethanol, yeah. But I'm going to visit this town here first because I want to repair my vehicle. So we're going to camp, there we go. And we can repair our vehicle, we just click on repair, and you can see it gives us 200 HP and 10 AP armor points. And we're just going to keep clicking on that until we're pretty much maxed out. And that's cost us about 50, yeah, 50 just to get that sorted. But that's okay. However, what I want to do is want to go to shop and see what they have available. So they've got they've got a chainsaw, a buzzsaw. I've also got a buzzsaw as well. What's the difference between a chainsaw and a buzzsaw? Chainsaw is HP damage 30, AP damage 2. A retractable weapon that adds extra damage to a ramming attack. And same as the buzzsaw. The buzzsaw does 10 HP damage and 15 AP damage. So it's a sort of a nice mix. It's obviously the chainsaw is good for cutting up people's hull. But if they've got armor, then you're not going to do anything at all. That, however, is a heavy rocket artillery piece, which is quite good. I'm going to probably return and click on one of my vehicles. Now, each vehicle has a certain number of slots, and they are different colors. So red is generally weapons, green is sort of utility, and yellow is, I don't know what you would call it, support maybe? I don't know. Either way, you can't put, obviously, a yellow into a red. It just doesn't work. However, this one does have a yellow slot, which means I can get myself a shield generator. Look at that. Sweet! So that gives me a extra 100 hit points, and yeah, cool, sweet. We can also upgrade our overall health, armor, and handling, and range and such. My general rule of thumb is upgrade the range first. It just seems to work out quite well. What else can we put on? We could, if I want to, make this a ramming vehicle. We'll take that weapon off, and we'll put on this sort of buzzsaw there, and we'll use that as a ramming vehicle. I don't know if a shielded ramming vehicle will actually work. And we're going to put a 60mm cannon on the front of that, and then on the back we've got a light machine gun. Yeah, nice. Awesome. What I'm also going to do is increase its range. I don't want to do that. See, what I could do if I really want to is not do that, return there, and then go to shop and buy myself one of this heavy rocket artillery. I'm going to buy that actually because I just fancy it. DPS is 12. That's obviously damage per second. Overall rating how good it is. AP damage of nothing. HP damage of 32. So it's not bad. Let's just go to this vehicle, and we could put it on there. What's its overall range? Range is 200. What about range on this thing? This is range 200, but it can upgrade up to level 3 range. What's this one? This one can go up to level 3 range as well, but it costs 10 to do so. That costs 10 as well. They're about the same, basically. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the rocket artillery on that one, have this as a long-range shielded vehicle. I think that's going to be what we're going to go for, and then increase its range by 2, so we'll confirm that. You can see its range is now 400. Fantastic. Obviously, the more you put points in here, the more it'll increase your stats and such. So, I think we will probably sell that thing. We can scrap it, and then we get a little bit of cash. We've got 80 fuel, so more than enough fuel to continue going on. Can we increase this range? Yeah, we're going to increase the range. We're going to confirm that, and now it's got range 500, so that's a fairly long-range piece of kit there, and sorted. I think we'll leave the camp. Excellent. Right, so We've had a little chat, and we've got no scrap whatsoever, but we have repaired our vehicles, our convoy, and we can continue on our merry way. So we need to go for the sonic screws, and... is it sonic screws? No. The ethanol, that's right. So we're going to go back onto the highway, and then we'll head up here. It can be a little bit annoying trying to navigate on this highway because of the, it's very thin, and if you just travel off, if you just go a couple of pixels off the left and right, it just goes, nah, you screwed up, and then you slow right down. So we're going to, well, ooh, we're going to the pop here, your radio picks up. Batten down the hatches, mates, it's going to get ugly. It appears that several privateer vehicles were hidden beside the highway, so we can either fight it or we can supercharge engines to flee, which costs 5 fuel. I've got loads of fuel, so I could run away if I want, but I also want to try that rocket launcher out. So it depends on what you want to do. If I run away, I won't get any rewards, but obviously if I fight, I might sort of lose some, I might start losing some health and armor, and also may even lose the game, and you don't know what you're going to encounter. It's quite random in that sense, but you can also get some scrap and some fuel and some different parts. So I'm going to fight that, and I also really want to test that rocket launcher thing out. So we're just going to pause a second and click on it. Oh, look at the range. That's awesome. So we're just going to actually place it pretty much there, I think, and then we'll see where it goes. So we're going to target that ship behind us there. Ship? That's not a ship. It's a car of some kind. Right, we're going to head down here, and we're going to ram that guy into there. Oh yeah, you see that guy there? That one actually rammed into that bit of debris, so that wasn't good. We're going to keep ramming away. I think I'll fire against that. There you go. Nice. Just going to keep it here. Forward. Ah, you managed to dodge out the way. If we just head that way, we'll be able to kill him. Yeah, we've killed that one. Fantastic. So we're just going to keep ramming away here. Oh, that's a bit of a glitch. I've gone inside that one. Oops. Come on. Ram it. Ram it. Ram it. There we go. It's not doing too well. And managed to destroy it. And even though it's going to go over that bit of scrap as well. So we are doing quite well. We're taking out 2 of them. I haven't really used my EMP, so I'm going to use my EMP. I'm going to go forward and keep firing away there. That is really good, that rocket launcher. And look at the range. That range is fantastic. Oh, sweet. So this here, we've got, looks like we've got some big rocks or something coming towards our building. Either way, we've managed to destroy them before we actually get there. You find some loot in the wrecks. So we've got a shield mark 1, we've got 13 fuel and 28 scrap. We'll take the loot, and that's it. We'll open the map. So we didn't do too well there because we lost some health on the red dog, but I guess we got some scrap and fuel, so that's fine. Right, we will head up here. So you can see this one here, this point is marked with an exclamation mark. It means that is our destination, so that's where we're getting this multicellulose infused ethanol. You arrive at the presumed location of the underground laboratory. All you see is a single shoddy looking shack, which presumably houses the entrance to an underground facility itself, so we'll approach the shack. The shack isn't much bigger than an outhouse, a decrepit looking intercom system built into the wall of the door. So we will push the intercom. Moments after pushing the intercom, a crackling voice emits from the intercom telling you to come inside. Upon stepping inside, you spot a hatch leading down to the laboratory. Ooh, down the hatch then. The underground laboratory is filled with stills, beakers, and vials. Large quantities of presumably narcotics litter the surroundings. Is this the Breaking Bad reference we're coming up to? In the midst of all of it, you spot a bald man with a scruffy-looking beard tending to the various apparatuses. He approaches you and says, "You're the recent arrivals belong to the spaceship, I believe. My name is Rhinus Dolphin. What is it you want of a humble chemist? I'm after that thing there, the ethanol." Basically, he's going to tell me about it. I'm going to not read all that. I'm just going to say, yes, very well. We don't have an option. Basically, we need to go and... looks like kill someone, I believe. He sent you to find and return a man called Donny, who's involved himself in a bunch of raiders called the Danziels. Fine. So we need to go and recover someone. Now, it depends on, as I said, it's all random, so you can encounter that. I think I encountered that guy once, and I pressed the intercom, and the whole thing blew up in my face, and then I had to go elsewhere to do something else. So it is random every time you give it a go. So this guy isn't overly close. He's, oh my good grief, he's miles away. Is anything closer? Nope, it is pretty much the opposite end of the universe. So I guess we'll head down here. What I'm going to do is just head back to our spaceship, and we'll head over there. I don't think there's anything else we really need to buy. We've got enough fuel to get where we're going. Looks like we're going to get another random encounter here. You come across a lone figure standing by the side of the road. His arm outstretched and holding up a thumb. Hitchhikers will stop and talk. He's a free-minded spirit, soul-searching whilst travelling Omega Prime. He tells you his next destination isn't too far from here and asks for a ride. Very well, hop in, sir. Fine. Well, where is his destination? I bet it's miles away. Oh, no, it's only 76 kilometres. I did pick that one up before, and it was 300-odd km away, so that was just absolutely insane. See, I'm glad I picked him up because it's only over here, although it's a little bit mountainous, so you can see it slows right down as we try and go over there. And there we go. You arrive at the hitchhiker's intended location. Off he goes then. Hitchhiker hops up your convoy. Thanks a lot. I'm glad there's some open-minded individuals in these wastelands. He starts walking away. So you can say, oh, no reward. You can say, best of luck. I'm going to just say, well, best of luck, mate. No problem. There you go. Fine. I don't know if there's, and I don't know if that gives us karma or anything like that, or whatever. You can obviously roleplay it and things like that. The whole point is that you can like pick it, you can roleplay the whole thing and say, I'm going to play it as a good guy, bad guy, or whatever. There's generally them options and everything in between. You are the only... what? There are only so many ways to describe sand at this point. You've run out of them. In distance, you spot some metal glinting in the sunlight. We'll investigate that. Seems to be a hulking figure wearing what looks like a makeshift plate mail out of spare parts. He's carrying a massive exhaust pipe, as a lance, and as a steering wheel as a shield. As you approach, he adopts a defensive stance. Have at the servant of the dragon. Calm him down. There we go. Eventually managed to calm him down, though he doesn't seem any less delirious. He explains his last remaining Knight of the Order of the Wheel. Oh, God. He's defeating he's going to defeat a legendary dragon. That sounds legit, yeah. Having set out so many years ago, he and the infamous dragon lair will be free the world from the terror once and for all. You know what? Why is he on foot? According to the Knight, it appears the Order of the Wheel only teaches members to construct vehicles out of destroyed bodies of the dragon. What? Okay, right. I'm going to help him. This sounds fun. Fellow champions, I knew I would find like-hearted people eventually. The man has given you the coordinates to presumed Dragon Cave before being ushered to your medical bay. Onwards! We're going to kill a dragon. Let's do that. And it's 131 kilometers in the other direction. That is fine with me. Let's just go back to our main home base here because I just want to repair up. And before we go and kill the dragon, there we go. We're all tooled up. And I think we will just buy a little bit of fuel for 10 before we set off there. Because obviously we need fuel to go and hunt the dragon. So fine, we need to go over there. I think we'll just go back down this road. It seems to be okay, this road, and there's not too much influence from the raiders and such. Good grief. Yeah, you can see the little problem there. You can't really cut corners because it just slows you right down. And I think I will head over that way. Oh, you've been scanned by Torvak security forces. Evidently, they'll seem to be happy the way you're armed and decide to attack. Oh, so it looks like they're attacking me now. That's not good. However, I do have a fairly decent vehicle. This is long range. Oh, right, they've got a shielded vehicle. What I'm going to do immediately is fire my EMP, and that takes the shields down, and then we'll fire the rockets into it, which is half its health, which is fantastic. As you can see, they're shooting me and doing 24 damage, which is pretty much nothing because I've got shields, and I'm going to ram this guy just to get him down, and there you go, he's gone. We'll attack this guy at the bottom, and we'll drive forward. The combat itself is actually, it's not bad. I actually don't mind it. I think it could be doing a little bit more responsive. Like you said, if I order it there, these things are a little bit slow. However, as I said, you can upgrade your speed and such, but sometimes it can be a little bit funky. Like if you say go there and then pull that back there, sometimes the pathfinder can be a little ropey at times, but nothing major. Oh, there we go. There's some rockets going in there. Nice. And that's exploded quite well. So you find some loot in the wrecks. 13 fuel, 29 scrap, and a light pulse laser. Nice. We'll open the map and we'll continue on. I didn't really want to take damage, so I'm going to repair that. Oh, you can see that. Look, they've actually expanded their influence a bit. That's interesting. Let's have a little chat here. We need to repair our vehicles. We definitely don't want to go in... when we're really damaged. Let's go to shop. What is there available? There is the same things available as before. So I've got a shield generator Mark 1, and that's pretty much what that is, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Mark 1, so I'm just going to sell that. We can put on our large pulse laser, but I don't think putting on that would work out. Let's see a quick look. That's 8.3 DPS, that is 7, and that is 7. It does a lot of HP damage. Very effective against health, does nothing against armor. Yeah, that's problematic. I guess it's better than the machine gun, though. So I'm going to sell the machine gun and put myself a laser on it. And I think switching them around will look a bit better. Doesn't really matter. Got a little bit more scrap that we could say increase the range of this thing. But it does cost a bit to do. I think we'll give it a little bit more range. And then our main command vehicle will give it a bit more health as well. Because, well, it's always good to give it more health. Because if it dies, then we lose again. Right, leave it. And we will head back down to the road and then head up. So I have no idea what we're going to encounter here. I'm assuming it's not going to be an actual physical, like, you know, well, a mythical dragon. It'll probably be like some sort of robot or something. As you're driving the highway, you pick up a signal on your transmitter. Sounds a rowdy bunch of privateers. So we can pursue the privateers whilst trying to stay out of sight. We can track the privateers down and engage them, or we could be dangerous and avoid them. I think we're going to avoid them. As you continue driving, the signal goes fainter. Yeah, that's fine, because I don't really want to encounter them, because I want to use all my, well, I want to keep all my health for engaging the dragon. So here we go. Enormous roar shakes you as you near the supposed dragon cave. Two ominous red lights appear in the distance. The Knight of the Order of the Wheel runs out your MCV, lance and shield at the ready, and starts charging towards it. The day of your reckoning is nigh. Red lights come closer and it actually is a dragon. Attack! Okay. What the hell? No, yeah, so it is actually a vehicle. There we go. So let's just head straight forward, and obviously we're going to encounter... Oh, well, good grief, that's all manner of stuff here. Let's see if we can take out the support vehicles first. Take them out is our priority, to be honest with you. Take the support vehicles out, and then we should be in a little bit better situation. That looks like a big laser's about to fire at me there. Oh, yeah, get out. Anything that's exclamation marks, we're going to drive out of. We don't want to sit in that, definitely not. There we go. It looks like he's actually lasering his own vehicle there, which is an interesting one. I'm going to try and stun him a little bit, and then try and get out of the way. Go forward and run. I have just managed to pull out the way, I think. There we go. And we're not doing too bad here. Oh my good grief, that's a massive missile, and my shields are now down. And also, there's some of these red skulls over there. There's not red skulls, but you understand it. Oh my good grief, I think I'm going to lose that vehicle. That vehicle is pretty much dead. That's not good at all. I've almost lost this vehicle. I'm going to have to charge forward and see if we can take it out. Look at that, that's almost dead. Quickly get out of that, get out of that. Come on, back up. Why can't you drive diagonally? Right, so, oh, that's got a lot of missiles. So, oh, no, turn up, go up. Oh, that's close. Oh, back up. See what I mean about being a little bit unresponsive? I tell it to do it. It's, doesn't really seem to have a lot of brakes on it. There we go. I'm just going to keep... Oh, my good grief. I'm going to have to pull in behind this thing quickly. And you go up there. Drive. Oh, that was close. Right. So, can we take this thing out? Well, we can. And there's a big missile again. Come on, we've almost got this thing down there. Drive out of that one. Right, we've managed to destroy all of the support vehicles. So, we just need to drive forward now and keep shooting away. That is a big laser, and we need to get out of the way. Because, well, big lasers are not good. So we are fighting the dragon. That's exactly what we're doing here. And it seems to be going okay. Whoa, what? That's not even in the laser. I didn't even say it was in the laser, so I don't know why we're getting hit by it. Let's just eye on that as well. I haven't really done it. You haven't seen me do it, but the actual MCV, that actually has several... It can have 4 upgrades. This one can anyway. But the green, and we just haven't got any one of them yet. Oh, let's pull right back quickly. Fire an EMP. Can I stun it? Yeah, there we go. I've managed to stun it. So we've got it on half health so far, which is pretty good. I just need to keep manoeuvring out of there. Is it best to just drive forward in this situation? Drive forward. I think I'm going to get hit. Yeah, there you go. That's not fast enough to get out of the way. So we are now down to just one vehicle, but it is a long-range missile vehicle. So what I can do is just actually pull it back, because there's no reason to keep it close to it when I can stay at sort of mid-distance and keep firing away there. I think I'm just out of it. And all I'm going to do is keep firing away here, keep stunning it so it can't fire, and keep firing missiles into it. But this is going to take forever, I think. This is probably going to take forever. Do you pull back? There we go, slam the brakes on. Yeah, we're nowhere near fast enough to get out of the way of that thing. But we do have shields, which is good. Actually, we don't have shields at the moment, but, well, oh, that's a bridge. Look at that. Obviously, the background changes and such, and you go, why does that there remind me of, not Mad Max, that reminds me, for some reason, of Full Throttle. Don't know why. Anyway, we're going to do another bit of a stun here. Looks like he's firing another missile, so we're going to have to keep dodging out of the way there. So we've actually got this almost destroyed here. Pull forwards. Oh, good grief. Not bad. Haven't really commented on the way it looks and such. It's okay. It's not too bad. It could do with, you know, maybe some nice fancier effects and such, but it is obviously just pixel art and such. It's fine. It does look fine. Oh, good grief, get out of the way of that. Come on, go diagonally. Managed to get out of the way of that, only just though. So, come on, almost take it out. God, I need some beverage after all of this, I tell you. Today's beverage is a nice cup of tea, which is actually quite cold now. Right, I'm going to wait until it's... Oh, I'm going to fire there and then pull back right in because there's something coming in that looks like some power lines and such. Yeah, that is power lines. Let's not hit that. You can see I haven't really done anything with my MCV. It's just been sitting where, you know, there where it is in standards. Ooh, drive forward and then get right behind it. The thing is, I've never experienced anything in the center. Like, I don't think anything comes in the center to actually hit you. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't, because obviously then the MCV would instantly die. Although you can get mine launchers and you get little drones that pop out and will actually... Oh, this is bad. This is really bad because I can't go either side because of the bits of stuff that's going to come in the way. No, 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 no! For feck's sake. Oh, that's so annoying. Right, I try to maneuver around that thing, and as you can see, I started pulling out, and then it was close, and I tried to pull back in, but because it's really slow, and I was on this thing about responsiveness, it just goes, and then slowly meanders back and forth, and then I smashed into it. But now, I'm at a situation where I cannot win this now. That guy's on almost dead. I don't have any offensive weapons, I just have this stunning weapon. Yeah, it does no damage. I can't ram, I can't order. That's me, that's my game over. You can't actually run from the game. Like, that's it, you can't run away, you can't just back off as far as I can tell. So that's pretty much it. Damn it. So all I can do now is sit here and watch myself die. That's all I can do now. And it's because of that one little maneuver there that crashed me into that lump. I didn't really have an option because this guy was firing massive lasers behind me. There was a gap there in between the two skulls that were coming towards, not skulls, you understand that, the two obstacles, but I just didn't manage to maneuver into that. That's annoying. That is very annoying. Anyway, I guess I will leave it there because it's just a case of me sitting and getting blown up now. There's nothing else I can do. I can just sort of keep eye on them like that. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't run out. There's never a place where it goes, oh, you didn't destroy them in time. I've never encountered that. And as I said, there's no way to run as far as I can tell. So that's pretty much me. Yeah, that is a bit of Convoy. I think we'll just go and save and exit back to the main menu. But yeah, that is a bit of Convoy. It is not bad, actually. I don't mind it. I've put about 2.5 hours into the game so far. The biggest problem I have with it is that it obviously says inspired by FTL and Mad Max, and I'm thinking, excellent, fantastic. It doesn't have that edge that FTL seems to have, right? It just lacks something. It's like, needs a bit more something. You know, it's a nice cake. You know, and I'm happily going to eat this cake, but just maybe a bit more salt. There's just something there that just, it doesn't quite have an edge, and it's not gripping me like FTL or other similar games would. But it's not a bad game by far, and I'm certainly going to play some more. It's just little niggles like that one you've just seen there. Like, there's nothing I could do there. If my MCV had one weapon, that'd be alright. Obviously, it's the randomness and the fact that, you know, you do the same thing over and over. It is a roguelike, you know, you'll have to do it over and over again, and hopefully get some more favourable conditions and such. But it is quite fun. It's full of references as well, and you're either going to like that or you're going to hate it. It does start to wear a little bit thin as well, because there's a lot of references in it to all sorts of things. And although I appreciate them, when 50% of the encounters seem to be references from something, it's yeah, it does start to wear a bit thin, at least for me. Anyway, there you go. There's a bit of Convoy. It is not bad, and I am actually enjoying it. Yeah. I give a recommendation. Why not? Why not indeed? It's cheap enough as well, so that's all good. Hey, I've got, like, say, 2.5 hours, and I plan on playing a little bit more, so why not? I don't know about the other vehicles. As I said, I've only played 2.5 hours, and haven't unlocked any of them. Don't really know about the whole difficulty thing, because I haven't completed it. I've played on easy. Don't know if there's something I'm missing. Tutorial is... it's short. Let's just leave it at that. It's a bit short. I'm not going to go into the whole options menu thing. I don't really bother with that. You know, there's options. You can have it as full windowed or full screen or whatever, and you can put a shake multiplier on it. That means when you get hit, screen shakes. I don't like that. I don't like screen shake or blur or anything like that. I don't bother with it. But yeah, there you go. Convoy. Not bad at all. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.